Hi boys and girls. I wonder, do you know where I am this morning? And just because I can't be in your school assembly, I thought I would come to a place that I know you know very well. It's great that you're all back to school. It's so good to see all your friends. I'm sure you have missed them over these past number of months. But you know, it's good to be a good friend, and it's good to include other people whenever you are being friends. And I know that today we're going to look at one of your core values as part of our assembly talk. And the one we're going to look at today is the word include. And it's an easy thing to do, but it's also an easy thing not to do. And in fact, God, in all of his wisdom, knew that we would need to know about things like that. And he has told us a story in his very special book, the Bible, today. And I'm going to tell you what that story is, because it reminds us about including people. You see, many years ago, the Lord Jesus and his disciples had stopped in the town of Samaria, and they stopped at a well. Can you see it in the picture? You see, they were tired and they were hungry and thirsty. And Jesus told his disciples to go into the city and to get something to eat. And he sat by the well. And while he was there, it didn't take long for a lady to arrive. You know, there's something strange about this as well, because boys and girls, this lady was all by herself. She had nobody else with her. In fact, she was all by herself for a reason. She had no friends. And why did she have no friends? Because the Bible tells us that she had done many wrong things. And in fact, the other ladies, they didn't want to be around her. They didn't want to include her in anything because of the wrong things she did. But you know, I find that's really sad, because she had no friends and she'd done so many wrong things. But where do you see what Jesus did? Because the Bible tells us, if I open my Bible and read it, the Lord Jesus asks her a question. And this is what he said. He said, "Will you give me something to drink?" And this woman was so shocked and so surprised that somebody would talk to her. Nobody ever wanted to talk to her, but Jesus, he knew everything about her, just like he knows everything about you. He knew the wrong things that she had done, and yet he chose to include her. Boys and girls, I wonder, is there somebody in your playground who has no friends, or seems to be on their own a lot? I wonder, will you choose to include them with your friends? Because that's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. Jesus did it. And Jesus did it because he loved her, even though she'd done wrong things. As she talked, and as he talked and she listened, she was amazed to find out the things that she did know. Who is this man? She asked herself. Could it really be God's special chosen one? You know, the Bible tells us that through their conversation, she then realised that she had done so many wrong things and she needed to have those things forgiven. You know, the Bible tells us that she ran and she went, and she was so excited because she knew that this man really was Jesus and that he could take away the sin in her life. She ran and she told all the other people in Samaria, come quickly, you'll never guess who is here today. And you know what? The people came to Samaria and Jesus taught them for another 2 days. Why? All because this lady ended up going and telling other people about him. You know, I wonder today, boys and girls, maybe you know the Lord Jesus, and maybe you include people as much as you can. That's a really good thing to do. Do you know also what's a good thing to do? Tell other people about Jesus and all the things he can do for you and for them in their lives. And so today, as we've looked at the story of the Samaritan woman at the well, even though she had no friends and nobody wanted to include her, Jesus wanted to include her because he loved her and knew everything about her. So today, young people, be a good friend and include others.